And here we are at the reviewing area, and here we have the MAAS Toys Skiff, aka Bumblebee from the Dreamwave War Within comic book series on the reviewing area. And like I said, he is still in package because I want to show y'all the packaging here. Because like I already said, this package is a couple of things on this packaging. It is done by two popular toy reviewers that you can find on YouTube. And the two that is part of this third-party company, which is MAAS Toys here, is Bobby Skullface and Pia. Bobby Skullface does the box artwork, which you can see here. And it is a really nice artwork here that he did here. And props to Bobby Skullface for that. And on the other side, you have just Cybertech series, Skiff, CT001, and the third-party company, MAAS Toys. And on the other side, you have another artwork done by Bobby Skullface here. On the other side, with a barcode thing saying standard grade, whatever that is. But on the other side, you have the toy itself in both modes. And on the top, you have another picture of the toy here. Oh, well, on the bottom of the other side, you have another picture of the toy and warnings. And on the back, you have another picture of the toy in both modes. And you can see here, it does have like your cross-sell here, which is the MAAS Toys Gold, which is their take on Goldbug. And on here, which says stack here, I'm guessing that's going to be a like third-party representation of, I think, if I remember, is going to be Pipes, or it might be someone else. But I have not seen any reviews of this Stacks figure, so I don't know if it's going to be officially released or not. But on the bottom, you have MAAS Toys, and you have the designers and the artwork done by Bobby Skullface here. And on the bottom of Bobby Skullface is the photos by Kuma Style, which is another toy reviewer that you can find on YouTube. But these two, I think these two, Casey Sark and Brian Sevilla, these I don't think have a YouTube channel. I think they were just the designers and graphic designers of this company. So I don't know if they have a YouTube channel, but I know Kuma Style and Bobby Skullface does have YouTube channels. And on the bottom, you have a little QR code if you want to scan something. Oh, and like I told y'all, that there is one toy reviewer that is my favorite one, like the one I showed y'all of the box artwork done by Bobby Skullface, and he is my favorite YouTuber. And Bobby Skullface, if you're watching this video, you've done a really good job of the artwork here. But like I said, there is another YouTuber that is part of this company, which is, of course, Pia. And what he does is he does the video instructions. And if I open up the box and pull them out, when you pull this figure out of the box here, this figure does not come with any instructions. But if you look here, you do have a QR code here, which will lead you to the video instructions that's done by Pia, which is here on YouTube. This, where it says Yoku, I've never heard of this until now, when I first got this. I'm guessing that, well, I know that this is part of the video instructions, but I've never heard of Yoku before. I already know what YouTube is, like everyone else, but Yoku, I've never heard of this. If any one of y'all know what Yoku is, besides it's for the video instructions for this figure. If any one of y'all know what Yoku is, let me know in the comment section below. But out of the packaging, you have the figure in the clamshell here. And also you get a little baggie of a spare head here. So let's open that up. Pull out the figure. And here is the little figure of Bumblebee from the War Within, the Dreamwave War Within comic book series. Now, if this would also look familiar to you, this is also, well, this you can tell he transforms into a Cybertronian vehicle mode thing. And if this should look familiar, this is also the same vehicle mode design that's from the Transformers Generation 1 cartoon from the 1980s, from the very first episode, where Bumblebee and Wheeljack transformed into their Cybertronian modes before they got their Earth modes. And this is what Bumblebee turned into from episode 1 of the Generation 1 cartoon. And like I said, it is a really nice Cybertronian vehicle mode here. And there's not much else to, well, not much to say about it. Well, it does have some nice molded in detail work, but none of it is picked out in paint. Except the only part that's picked out in paint is the front visor thing and these yellow things here on the front. These two things here. And on the bottom, you just have a lot of robot mode kibble here. But it does have some little plastic wheels on the bottom that helps him roll really well. And on the back, you do have some rocket boosters here. And that is about it for the vehicle mode. Just not much else to it, and not a lot to say about it. But it's a pretty good Cybertronian vehicle mode. Like he was from not only the Dreamwave War Within comics, but also in the first episode of Generation 1 Transformers from the 1980s. So I think it's now time to transform him into robot mode. So to start off the transformation, what I would like to do is take these side things and raise them up. And these do tap in to two places. It taps in here on this hook tab, and it also taps into that C, the backwards C-shaped tab into that hole there. So just raise these up and untap them. Now we're going to come to the bottom. Take these two things, which will become his legs, and pull them out and rotate them up. And then straighten these out, which will form the knees. And rotate the knees at the thigh swivel this way. And then pull this down and rotate it around. And then bring this all the way down. And this will form his waist piece here. And coming up to the top, for these things, we're going to take the tip parts, untap them, and extend them out some, so that way you can take these and these black things, which will become his arms, and bring them down and rotate them around. And for these yellow things, you want to bring them up and rotate them around, and then shift these up so they look like this. Then take the hand and bring them down and rotate them so they're facing this way. And there you have an arm all done. And you of course do the same thing on the other side. So they look like this. Now I'm going to bring these up because we need to do something for the top here. So for the top, you're going to take the rocket boosters here and untap them from here, and then bring it up, and then take this section here and bring it down, which will untap this section, and you'll see his robot mode head. So you just take his robot mode head and flip it up. And underneath, well, first you gotta extend this out some, because you want to take these things and bring these up, and these help fill in the back part here. And then you're going to take this and collapse it in on this hinge joint here. So that way it fills in this section here. And you want it something like that for the hinge joint. And you're done. And it's a pretty nice or pretty good robot mode. Although I do have my gripes with it, like his shoulder pads here, where his shoulder pads kind of stick out from the back. But I think this is accurate to what it is in the comic books, the Dreamwave War Within comic books. So if it is accurate, because I've never read a lot of the Dreamwave comics, I've only read some of it, just a little bit of it. But if this is accurate in the comics, let me know in the comment section. But everything else looks pretty good. And let's get a closer look at the head sculpt here. Now, the head sculpt does look nice, but I have a flaw with it, and that is you can kind of see his upper lip is kind of a little, well, it's kind of puffy. You can see on his upper lip there. That's really my only gripe with it. But everything else about the head looks good. Got some silver paint and also some blue on the eyes here. You can see. And you do have some black paint on this part on the inside here. And going down to the legs and his arms here. And these things do kind of, on his elbows, these things do kind of get in the way, but thankfully you can move them out of the way, because like y'all saw in the transformation, these things are on ball joints. Oh, and the bottom of the feet do have some black paint to it as well. And all around, it is a pretty good robot mode. There's just a couple of gripes I have with it, like the shoulder pads and also his upper lip here. But everything else looks really good. And for articulation, the head is on, it's on a swivel that can swivel all the way around and can also move up and down. And the arms are on ball joints here from the shoulder pad. And if you want to, you can use that transformation joint if you want to. But for the arms themselves, which are these, they have a hinge joint here and a ball joint here. And they have a bicep swivel, an elbow joint, and well, like I said, you can move these out of the way because they're on a swivel here and a ball joint here. And the hands are on ball joints. And you do have waist swivel and an ab crunch due to the transformation. Legs can go forward, back, in and out, thigh swivel, knee, and his feet are on ball joints. So you can move them up and down, and you have a little ankle pivot here. And you can move them side to side if you want to. So you can still get this guy in a lot of poses. And for accessories, he that they are stored inside of these shoulder pads here. And it's these black things here. And he does come with 2 of these that you can remove. And you get little guns here. You get 2 of these little guns here that you can have him hold in his hands. There we go. So you can have that look going on. And showing out how he looks with his guns in his hands. And the last accessory that he comes with is an alternate face piece. So the one that he has on him is the standard Bumblebee face. But you also get a like battle mask version of Bumblebee's face, which I think is supposed to represent like the original G1 toy. Or I think this is supposed to resemble the repaint version that I showed y'all on the back of the box, which is gold. Their take on Goldbug, made by the same company like this figure is. And to swap the faces out, all you do is just unscrew the back of the head here, pull the face apart in half, and then replace it with the new one here. And that is it for the MAAS Toys Skiff. Their take on the Dreamwave War Within Bumblebee. So I guess we'll be back with our final thoughts here.